This episode is being brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Alaska Realty. Whether you're investing in residential, buying or selling commercial properties anywhere in the state of Alaska, we're here to assist. To reach us, you can contact me at lottiemichael.com or my cell phone, 907-242-7603. And for comments or questions about residential properties, reach out to Connie Yoshimura at 907-229-2703, 229-2703. Hello, and welcome back to the Connie and Lottie podcast.
I'm not Connie.
That's good. Where we talk about everything real estate in the great state of Alaska. Connie's not joining us right now. Mike James is. Mike and I have worked together for 24 years. Long years. What I wanted to talk about today was our new Fed chair, Kevin Warsh, and what that means to commercial real estate valuations in Alaska, if it affects us at all. Mike, what do you think? Mike's background is in finance.
What'll be interesting is with him coming in, of course, they've been wanting to reduce rates. That's been the really the main pressure, I think, from the White House. And if things lean that way, we will start seeing a decrease in what we see in our overall, at least our overall financing rates. And that's going to have a difference as the ripple expands across the water. A lower cost then for you to get into a building, a lower cost potentially for tenants. It's one where it all throughout the market, just how quickly do they come down and how far do they come down?
Okay, so it's all positive. It's all very positive.
Until you overinflate the economy with so much money coming out, and we have inflation that's already hit at 6% as of about a week ago.
Okay.
For last month in April. And so we've got tariffs that hit last fall. We've got straight hormones with oil and gas. Everything we touch has
negative impact.
Whether it's not just your gas, but plastic lid on your coffee cup, the cell phone you just bought, everything that's closed now you have, everything's involved with oil and plastics. Derivative of the expense of going up is going to make a difference on inflation. So that's what'll be interesting is how do they try and balance that? Because I don't think they can go down too far and overheat the economy.
And I think the good thing is that position really isn't designed or intended to be politicized.
No.
So, I think he has the wherewithal to stay independent. We'll see.
There'll be some push for him to go through and drop it, but he's not dropping at 1 point. Maybe he's dropping at 25 basis points. Maybe it's another 25 with the next Fed being. So maybe it's a slow, steady, but nothing too drastic because they do have to worry about how the economy is today and making sure that everything counts. But I do think, let me ask you this. That's a national level. And it's how it's coming down, but how does it impact us here in Alaska? But what department makes more of a difference affecting Alaska?
You mean, is it petroleum? Is it military? Is it what?
As you look at the departments that you would see, is it military? We've got Department of Environment, all these different departments that are out there. Here's one I'm thinking about, and the gentleman's going to be here on Saturday. He's going to be in Fairbanks, and it's Doug Bergen, the Department of the Interior.
Oh, okay.
And that's the gentleman they opened up the
mines,
oil and gases with leases.
Yep.
Up on North Slope here recently. Roads for mining. As we look at Ambler, being able to.
Okay, so that's a good argument that department is very powerful, and it is for Alaska.
For Alaska, it may not.
But I would say what's even more powerful in Alaska would be military.
Military.
It's absolutely. It hires more people. It doesn't go up and down.
It doesn't go up and down, but there's a certain amount, and it doesn't deviate from the base too far away.
But it employs more people.
But not necessarily.
No, it absolutely does.
Give me the numbers on the North Slope. When you look at
for the state.
Yeah,
if you look
I'm talking about the state.
Yeah.
If you look at oil and gas opening up all the leases like they've done, the Willow project, we just have seen expansion of Pika, being able to go through, be able to have a major impact all across Alaska. Let's talk about Kotzebue with Red Dog and expanding there. It's looking at, like I said, Ambler Mining District. It's not just one area like J-Bear or over at Isles.
But Mike, I don't have the numbers in front of me, neither do you. But Eielson is not just Eielson. It's all of the remote sites. It's ADAC. It's everywhere.
I got
So-
and maybe they're equal. But all I'm saying is that
Oh no, this is big.
look at what it does throughout the entire state of Alaska. Juneau's not affected by the military, but Coast Guard is. But there's aren't any bases down in the southeast, but the mining Department of Interior does. So as I'm just saying, as we look at a broad base across Alaska, the Department of Interior makes a huge decision. We're a resource-based economy, and that's what we have to work with. We have logistic issues up here, but we have a vast potential with minerals, energy.
Well, what's going on in the Middle East, that's for certain.
Well, the beauty is the Department of Interior and the Department of Military, Department of War, is that these two really feed off each other well. Alaska is such a large territory because you're doing practice flights. As you're doing missions, it's a great place to come out here. We have very remote areas, but also their energy consumption.
Right.
Look how much fuel does a jet fighter use.
Yeah.
And we've got F-35s, you got F-22s. As it keeps expanding up here, as we look at the gas that heats J-Bear. That's why it's important to have this gas line come through with Alaska gas line and go foreign, is that it's going to go through, and if we don't have gas heating J-Bear, what are we going to do?
We want to take a quick moment to thank Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Alaska Realty for supporting this episode. One of the things we appreciate about our team is that our agents do far more than open a door. We help clients understand neighborhoods, evaluate investment opportunities, navigate commercial leases, prepare homes for sale, and make smart long-term real estate decisions. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a growing business looking for office space, or a national or international Fortune 500 company exploring opportunities in Alaska, we're here to facilitate and help you. Visit Berkshire Hathaway Home Services AlaskaRealty.com to connect with Lottie Michael at 907-242-7603 or Connie Yoshimura at 907-229-2703.
Yeah.
Go to nuclear.
Something has to happen.
So having this gas line, because they're the biggest consumer, I believe, for NSER.
Yeah,
So
they are.
We need to figure out how do we take care of our folks that take care of us.
Okay, and that's off the subject, but it's very interesting. But let's think for interest rates, what will happen if anything happens with the new Fed chair. So best case scenario is, in my opinion, is keep status quo. I don't like it when it's going up or down because it makes the market unsure. If it goes up, everyone's going to get nervous. If it goes down, people are going to worry about sales prices going up because it is reverse reaction.
Relationship there.
Yeah, relationship.
But I think if it's a measured reduction, 25 basis points.
Yeah.
And then,
But
yeah,
having
it's-
said that, if they come out and say, oh, we're going to have a measured reduction, people are going to say, then I'll just wait. If they're going to wait to buy, then the people...
but nobody's going to tell you what it's going to be a year from now. And that's if, say, you do a measure and you adjust the market, then do you do anything this Fed meeting? No. You leave it the same, or do we drop it another 25 basis points? But you don't do these drastic
No, and I don't...
100 basis points, and then all of a sudden...
And announce it like they did 2 years ago. We're going to drop it another half a point in 6 months. It just really artificially stimulates or depresses the market.
I think where we're at right now, it'll be one it'll help us in the short term here as far as being able to go through. It's a little bit of a reduction without being too excessive to where we have to worry about inflation.
So I think it's all good news. I think that's really interesting, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out on the interest rates. But I'd like to go back to what you talked about a moment ago with the Secretary of Interior coming into the state. Tell us about that, Mike.
Doug Burgum's going to be here on Saturday, the 16th. Twine Evening Alliance hosts an event over at the Joint Pipeline Training Center up in Fairbanks with Dan Sullivan. So this time of the year, typically our congressmen and women will really highlight Alaska and bring up important secretaries of defense or secretaries of the interior. We had it with Ted Stevens.
Yeah,
wanting
he
to do
was
the
good at
fishing
that.
tournament down in Kenai. It was great. So what's nice is it's Sullivan's bringing Department for the Secretary of the Interior. and we don't know what he's going to say, but it'll be interesting to see tidbit is going to pop out from this.
Yeah.
Not that
You can see the momentum building. Something is happening.
Yeah, the Alaska gas line is not here yet, but like you said, the momentum's building. We've got Worley. You're able to meet with some of the leaders here next week.
Yeah.
Alliance is supporting that. That's
And
Wednesday.
Worley is involved with the pipeline.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so this is, as we start seeing a bigger bullseye on Alaska, because of the Straits of Hormuz, we're seeing
How vulnerable we are.
how vulnerable the world is.
That's
and
right.
how is it we can help not just ourselves of the United States, but also how we can help our allies provide a stable. As you look at, where is it? The Philippines, I've heard, Thailand, where they've been having problems with fuel shortages.
Yeah.
If you can't get the oil to go through to the refinery and crack it, and whether you got to make jet fuel or you got to make gasoline, plastics and things, if you don't have the resource to get there, you're in trouble and your country's in trouble. And that's really the beauty of us getting this gas line to Alaska. It's probably one of the most important things that we should all stop a moment or write a letter to our folks down in Juneau and DC, but let them know how important this is and it's action. Maybe not even just our people in DC, it's the people in these committees that make these decisions.
Yeah.
But especially here at Juneau, because we need to be able to figure out a stable tax that works to be able to go through and build this, or nobody's going to win. And if this goes away,
We're so close. If it goes away, I can't imagine getting this close again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. So the next time you see us, we'll give you an update we'll give you the epilogue, the rest of the story. Paul Harvey, I love Paul, love me. All right. Thanks. And if you've got questions on this episode or on commercial real estate anywhere in the state of Alaska, please give Mike James or myself a call. Mike can be reached at 907-227-7520. Or better yet, I can be reached at 907-242-7603.
Her best time to reach you is at 2 a.m.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks again to Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Alaska Realty for sponsoring this episode. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in the great state of Alaska, be sure to contact us. Connie Yoshimura at 907-229-273, or for commercial activity, Lottie Michael, CCIM at 907-242-7603.